1, 2, 3, come on.
Come on, come on.
Hello everybody, this is Jay Chambers here to teach English on behalf of Tesabang Makrompo. How are you today? Seriously, how are you? Tell me? Okay, good. Now, today we are going to practice the past perfect tenses. Now, most of you won't do the perfect tenses until later on, years later 5 or 6. So if you have trouble with the perfect tenses, that's okay. It's rarely taught in schools because it's very difficult to understand. It's a lot of switching words around and using verb 3. Okay? Now, if you have your worksheets with the verbs 1, 2, and 3, go ahead and get them out right now. Alright? Because we're going to need them for the past perfect tenses. Okay? Now, the past perfect tense, we are talking about something that happened in the past before something else. Both of them happened in the past, one before the other. Okay? For example, Teacher Dewey had turned on the air conditioning, had already turned on the air conditioning before I came in the classroom, okay? Had already turned on, okay? So, I could also say, let's see, I had already learned English not England, English before I came to Thailand. Okay? So, you have something that happened. I had already learned English by the time I came to Thailand or before I came to Thailand. Alright? So, we use had or have. We usually have already in it. Or had learned English. I had learned English before I came to Thailand. But we use already a lot of the time. It's just how we do it in American English. Already means I've done it before. Okay? It adds meaning to the sentence. So I had already learned English before I came to Thailand.
There's a tense called the past perfect, and it's a little bit tricky. I take the past participle and add have. That's the past perfect. Let's take a verb now and conjugate it in the past perfect. Take a verb now and conjugate it in the past perfect. To fly turns to I had flown. To write turns to I had written. Had that past participle. There's a tense called the past perfect, and it's a little bit tricky. I take the past participle and add have. That's the past perfect. Let's take a verb now and conjugate it in the past perfect. Take a verb now and conjugate it in the past perfect. To eat turns to I had eaten. To sing turns to I had sung. Had that past is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, and sing is had sung. What about if it's a regular verb? Well, that's really simple. It's the same as the past simple, just add the suffix ed now. But don't forget to add have to the past participle, like had walked or had jumped. It's really, 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 really that simple, simple, simple. Eat is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, sing is had sung, walk is had walked, jump is had jumped, listen is had listened, hop is had hopped, eat is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, sing is had sung, walk is had walked, jump is had jumped, listen is had listened, hop is had hopped, eat is had eaten, fly is had flown, write is had written, sing is had sung, walk is had walked, jump is had jumped, listen is had listened, hop is had hopped.
Now, what I want to do is this worksheet, okay? Now, I don't think we'll be able to do it. You'll do it on by yourself. If you want to try, you can go ahead and stop now. But if you want to work with me and learn as I teach it, you can do that too, okay? So, we're doing past perfect practice, okay, PPP, all right? So, number one, when the waiter finally arrived, okay? The waiter arrived, we're using verb to, okay? When the waiter finally arrived with the food, the guests had already left the restaurant, okay? The guests had already left. Now, since we are using the word had, we will use verb 3, okay? Verb 3, remember, is the past participle. It's verb 3, PP, past participle, right? Okay, so whenever you're using had or have as a part of the past perfect or perfect tenses, use verb 3. When you're just using simple past, use verb 2. Okay? So right here we have verb 2, right here is verb 3. Alright? Now, if you think you can do the worksheet, go ahead and try. If not, we'll just move on, alright? Number 2. Many of these have different parts, so be very careful. Okay? Number 2. She almost finished washing the floors, but then she blank suddenly lose her balance and fall badly. Okay, so the first one is we're doing the past perfect tense. This happened. All right, this happened by the time something else had happened. All right, so she had almost finished. She had almost finished washing the floors, but then she suddenly, past tense. What's simple past? Suddenly lost. Verb 2, past tense. Her balance, and past tense of fall is fell. Right, irregular verb. And fell badly. Okay, I'll read this again. She had almost finished washing the floors. She had almost finished. She was washing the floors, she almost finished, but then she suddenly lost her balance. Whoa! And she fell badly. Okay? She was doing something else when something happened. Okay? This happened in the past. All of these are the past tense. So it's like you're telling a story. Whenever you tell a story, it's usually in the past tense. Or if you read in an English book, it's usually in the past tense. It's rare to read it in the present tense. Because when you tell a story, it's something that happened a while ago, right? Okay, number 3. At around 1 o'clock, the busker played his guitar for hours, but he not earned enough money to buy lunch. Okay, this is a little bit difficult because it's a progressive tense. So, it's fairly difficult, okay? At around 1 o'clock, the busker had been playing. We haven't learned this yet, so just stick with me. Had been playing. Okay? Remember the present perfect continuous? This is the past perfect continuous. He had been doing something for a while. Alright? For hours, but he had not earned enough money to buy lunch. Okay? So she had played his guitar, but he hadn't learned enough for lunch. So he couldn't buy lunch. Alright? So he had not earned. Here's the past perfect, okay? Number 4. When we, what's that? When we find him, he already fall asleep. He wait for us for too long. Okay. When we, what's the past tense of find? It would be found, right? When we found him, he had already fallen. Okay? This is the past perfect. He had already fallen. When you see already, it's usually the past perfect. Okay? So this is your clue word, already. He had already fallen asleep. He had waited for us for too long. He had waited for us for too long. Oh, he had been waiting for us for too long. Got that one wrong. Okay. He had been waiting. Past perfect, progressive. For us for too long. Let's do it the really difficult way. Okay. These are some of the most difficult things you will work on in English. Okay? These are prepositions. Prepositions are very difficult. You have to memorize a lot. These have order, and you have to learn all the rules. And you're not going to get it in one lesson. Okay? So we're just going to practice these. Okay? Alright. Okay. When I came to the beach, right? When I came to the beach, the lifeguard tell me that she watched the swimmers all morning. But luckily, so far, nobody be in real danger. Okay. When I came to the beach, the lifeguard told me. This is what I'm guessing. Told. Let's see if I'm right here. Yes. Okay. That she had been doing something for a length of time. So this again is the continuous or progressive form. All right? She had been watching. The swimmers all morning, but luckily so far nobody had what? Verb 3 of be is been. So nobody had been in real danger. Okay, number 6. By the time I go over to help her, she put almost all the berries in the bucket. Okay, by the time what? Can anyone guess this one? This was pretty difficult. By the time I had gone is what I'm guessing. Let's see. Okay, they say verb 2, went. And she had put all the berries in the basket. So, had put. I'm so glad we're working on this grammar. All right. Alrighty. Next. Number 7. When I visit my friend the other day, she be busy cleaning up because she dropped a glass. Okay, so when I visited, past tense, something you did in the past, simple past. When I visited my friend the other day, she, past tense of be is was. She was busy cleaning up because she did something. Okay? She did something before she was cleaning. All right? So that's the past perfect. She did something before. So it would be had. What is verb 3 for drop? Dropped. Dropped. Oh, she dropped something. It hit the floor and it broke. So she had to clean it. All right? And next. Yesterday afternoon, Betsy feel quite annoyed. That means she, I think, annoyed. By the time her favorite TV shows start, she not do half her work, so she can't watch the show. Oh, this one's very long, very long. Let's see if we can do this right. I would say yesterday afternoon, Betsy felt quite annoyed. Is that right? Yes. Felt or was feeling, but I'm using felt. Felt quite annoyed. By the time her favorite TV show started, by the time it started, now we're using the perfect tense, okay? So we need to use had, and we have not. Now, verb 3 of do is done. She had not done half her work, so she, what? Can't watch. It would be couldn't watch, right? Could not watch. All right. And number 9. Number 9, that is an American or British word, Jocelyn. Jocelyn is how you say that name. It's a girl's name. Okay, Jocelyn played tennis for ages when she won her first tournament. I would say had been playing, yes. Okay, Jocelyn had been playing. She did this over a length of time. She started and went for a long time when she won her first tournament. All right, she was playing, she practiced, she played tennis for a long, long time. Then boom, she won. Okay? So you're talking about a long time before she won. And last, number 10. He planned to ask her to marry him for ages when he finally found the courage to do so. Okay, he had been planning. Let's hope that's right. Yep, had been planning. He had been planning to ask her, had been planning. He had been planning to ask her to marry him for ages. That's why we're doing the present perfect progressive. PPP. Present perfect progressive. Past perfect progressive. I got it wrong. PPP. Okay, past perfect progressive. Because she was doing something for a long time. He had planned to ask her to marry him. When he finally, what is verb 2? When he finally, what? Found. That's an irregular verb. When he finally found the courage to do so. Now, this was an especially difficult assignment. Don't worry if you had trouble with it. You probably won't have anything this difficult for a while, okay? It'll be rare to find something this difficult, okay? We just did it because it's part of our syllabus that we had made, and we used a certain book, okay? Now, if you have any questions, wait till we get back to school and we can talk about things, all right? Now remember, with the past perfect, you did something before something else in the past, all right? So you did something before something else. That all happened in the past. And then later on we'll do something in the future. Something after something in the future, or before something in the future. Okay? So right now we're dealing with the past though. Okay? So I hope I didn't make your head explode or anything. So I have steam coming out of my ears right now. So I hope you guys aren't doing too badly. Boom, don't worry, we'll work on it. Okay? So have a good day. Go out, play, have fun, but don't get sick. Okay? Bye-bye.